Hi, Dr. David here, author of Sex Under the Influence, Understanding and Healing from Sexualized Drug Use, which examines the intersection of drugs and sex. Today I want to talk about a slightly different topic, and this is a request from a viewer, and that is really to talk a little bit about autism and sexuality, and what impact does living on the spectrum have on sexuality and so on. So to talk about just that a little in a bit and very sort of an overview, if you will, because that's something that we can't be dealt with too quickly. But first of all, I think it's really important to understand the individual needs of the individuals involved, right? And this is going to require some preferences, some understanding of themselves in terms of their own insight, some understanding in terms of what is comfortable for them in terms of interacting with other people. Obviously, this can be a very sensitive issue. It'll take time and trust. I think one of the keys here is communication. Communication about how we feel, communication about expressing our needs and desire in real time, and really explaining how autism and life on the spectrum may impact that individual. I think communicating effectively about that is really, really important, especially, and it may be with two individuals on the spectrum, maybe more comfortable speaking with each other in that kind of common language, as opposed to trying to explain to someone who's neurotypical, who may not get it as much. So education and communicate, right? Education about the autism itself, about the needs, about boundaries. Boundaries are really important. What am I comfortable with? What am I not comfortable with? And sometimes I won't know that I'm not comfortable with something until it happens. And in that case, then I need a safe word. We need a common understanding, a word, just like they do in BDSM relationships sometimes, where you say, okay, this is like out of bounds. I'm really uncomfortable. We need to stop and just pull the plug on this. And so a safe word is going to be really effectively important. Understanding and communicating about different sensory sensitivities. So, maybe there's bright sounds, loud sounds, maybe bright lights, maybe certain kinds of touch make me real uncomfortable, and I have to sort of learn how to tolerate that or just don't go there. And so communicating those needs are also going to be really important. Preferences, what do I like? What don't I like? All this has to do with good boundary making, which is going to be really, really critical. And remember, finally, too, this is something that is going to take time. It takes time in any relationship to build up trust and support, but it's really going to take time here as well to build up that trust, to communicate effectively, to set boundaries, to feel comfortable living in my own space, and then intersecting with someone else. It's a very kind of precious and difficult thing to do sometimes in the best of circumstances for anybody. And so I think to overcome these challenges takes a little bit of extra effort, but I'm here to say it can be done, and it can be done effectively with great pleasure from all parties involved. I'll be speaking more about this in the future, but in the meantime, Dr. David here, signing out.